Hi everyone, this is Kendall with TC Fit. Thanks for joining Feel Good Fitness today. No equipment needed, perhaps a mat depending on the space that you're at home. And then I am choosing to go barefoot today just to get a little bit more grip. So what we're going to start with is just some breathing. So happy International Women's Day. With that, we're going to think about some pelvic floor exercises to begin with. And this is for you as well, men. Men have pelvic floors as well. So let's start with feet hip distance apart. I'm going to have you place your hands to your rib cage and think of it like diaphragm breathing. So hands to your rib cage, relax through your shoulders. You're going to take a deep inhale through your nose, feel your rib cage expand. And then as you exhale, blow out through your mouth like you're blowing through a straw. And again, deep inhale and exhale. And again, deep inhale. As you exhale, think about almost drawing up through your tailbone. And that is your pelvic floor. So think of the muscles that we're using to stop the flow of urine. Deep inhale through your nose. And exhale. I'm just going to turn to the side here. Another example of utilizing your pelvic floor is think of, walking into a body of water. It's really, really cold. And as you're walking in, you're kind of cringing and kind of pulling up a little bit. And that's another example of how to engage your pelvic floor as well. Keep going with your breathing. Now your pelvic floor kind of works as a domino effect, and it helps to engage your transverse abdominals, which is your deepest layer of abs. Helps to protect your low back. Take one more deep inhale and exhale. Another exercise we can do for pelvic floor is pelvic tilts. I'm going to come a little bit closer to the camera. Hinge forward, bend your knees, place your hands to your thighs. Now, you're going to start into a neutral spine, so natural S-shaped curve of your spine. As you exhale, think about tucking your tail under just a little bit, engage your low abs, and then inhale, release back to a neutral spine. So just getting a little tuck under, exhale, tuck it under, and then inhale back to a neutral. Exhale, tuck under. It's just a small range of motion. And again, think about your pelvic floor, walking into that big, icy cold body of water. Inhale, release back to neutral. Let's do two more here. And return. And last one. And release. Good. Come on up to a full standing position. Let's find your balance on your right leg. Grab your left foot. Little standing quad stretch. And let's reach our right arm up. You can always place it off to the side, holding onto something if you need to. And if you're a little bit more flexible, reach your leg back and push your hand or push your foot into your hand. Go ahead and set your foot back down. Let's do the same thing other side. Find your balance first. Abs engaged. Squeeze your glutes. Reach your left arm up. Try to find a focal point that'll help with balance as well. Again, a little bit more flexible. Start to reach your thigh bone back, your femur bone, and push your foot into your hand. It's a good chest opener too. Last 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. All right, so we're gonna go into a little series here. Find your balance on your right leg. Your left leg is gonna come out to the side and back together. So this is our leg abduction, which just means our leg is coming out to the side. We've done this before. Keep both legs parallel, and we are targeting our medial glutes. So hip mobility as well. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Lift and lower. So it's also a great balance exercise. Pelvic floor, abs, 4 more. And then we're gonna pulse it out to our end range. Last 2, 1 more full range range of motion. Lift at the top and pulse. You're going to start to feel it in your standing leg of your medial glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same leg, bring it out to the side, lateral lunge. Draw your right foot up, or your toes up to the ceiling. And now stand it back up. Squeeze your glutes. Same thing, lateral lunge, draw your toes up, right foot, and stand it back up. Good. Again, deep lunge. You go down as far as it feels comfortable for you and your hips. Deep lunge. Let's do 2 more. Good, now last one. Center it out, keep your wide stance, sumo squat. Bring your elbows to the inside of your knees, push outwards. And now stand it back up, squeeze your glutes, think of a squat. Elbows to the inside, push. Back stays long, squeeze your glutes, stand it back up. 2 more. Elbows in, pushing outward. And return. Good, last one here. Down into your squat. And stand it back up. Reach your arms out to a T. We have a little windmill. Now you're going to reach up and over to your left-hand side. Little windmill action. Rotate down, all the way down and around. Little circle over to the other side. Windmill your arms to stand all the way back up. Same thing other side. Lateral flexion first. Windmill it down. Down and around. And up and around. Good. First side. And windmill. Full range of motion for your shoulders. Up and around. And again, up and over. Windmill it down. Good, one more each side. Up and over. Down and around. Stand it back up. One more. Up and over to your right. Now windmill it around. Stay low down to the ground. You're going to walk your hands over. You're going to come into a deep runner's lunge on your left side. Back leg is straight. Hands can either be on the inside of your foot or straddling your foot on either side. Go ahead and lower your back knee, still holding it here. Again, opening up to your hips. Left foot stays flush against the ground. Now reach your left arm up into a little T-spine rotation. Set your hands back down, not gang. Bring your left foot back, lift your back knee, so back to your runner's lunge. Bring both feet together into a high plank. Separate feet hip distance apart. Pike your hips up to a downward facing dog. Hold it here. You can pedal through your feet if you want. Now quiet your feet, walk your hands back toward your feet. And we roll it back up one vertebrae at a time. As the last return, draw your shoulders back. Now we do the same thing on your side. Balanced on your left leg, starting with your leg abduction out together. Lift and lower. Good. Shoulders are stacked on top of your hips. So we're back to hip mobility here, and both legs stay parallel. I tend to usually place my hands on top of my hip bones. Gives me some good tactile feedback of what my hips are doing and trying to stabilize. 4 more. 3. And 2. 1 more full. Now we hold it up and range pulses. Lift and lift. Coming up next, we have that lateral lunge. Good. Again, starting to feel it into your standing leg and both hips. Last 3, 2, 1. Big step out to your right. Draw your toes up on your left foot. Stretching through your inner thighs. And now stand and back up. Squeeze your glutes. Let's do it again. Lateral lunge. And back up. So left leg stays straight. Right knee is bending. Almost kind of like a single leg squat. Let's do 2 more. And next up we have our Sumo Stretch. Last one. Center it out. And elbows to the inside of your knees, pushing outwards. Squeeze your glutes, stand it back up. Back stays long again. Elbows to the inside. And push. Power through your legs to stand. And again, down. And stand. Let's do this 2 more times and we go into our windmill. And back up. Last one. And stand. Good. Arms out to a T. Up and over to your right hand side. Lateral flexion. Windmill it down and around. Bring it back up. And other side. Up and over to your left. Down and around, rotating toward your leg. And then to the other side. Swoop it around. Good. To your right. Swoop it around. And to your left. One more each side. Up and over to your right. Swoop it around. Here's our last one. This is when we crawl around into our runner's lunge. Down and around, hands come down to the ground. And into our runner's lunge. Back leg stays straight. Just holding it here. Go ahead and lower your back knee. A little deeper stretch through your hips and your quads. And now reach your right arm up. T-spine rotation. Staying up and out of your left shoulder. Place both hands down. Lift your back leg up. Bring both feet together into your high plank. Feet hip distance apart. Piking your hips up, downward facing dog. Pedal through your feet if you want. Nice neutral spine. Long through your sacrum. Quiet your feet. And now walk your hands back towards your feet. And roll them back up 1 vertebrae at a time. As the last to return, roll your shoulders back. Awesome job. Okay, we're gonna come down to the mat. Grab a quick sip of water. Make your way down. And we'll get into the second portion of this. And we're gonna start into a hip swivel. Now, I'm gonna turn to my left, which is your right. We're gonna come into this mermaid stretch, so a 90-degree angle. And you can kind of clasp your hands toward your chest. But now from here, you're gonna swivel around over to the other side and find your pose here. And again, other side, another option, you can place your hands back behind your hips if it's a little too tight. Or in my case, my belly gets in the way a little bit. And other side. So again, range of motion through our hips. Really working through that stretch. And again. Swivel it up and around to the other side. Now hold it here. Reach your arms forward. And just get a nice stretch here for your hips. Use your hands to walk yourself back up to a seated position. Swivel around to the other side. Same thing. Find your pose. Now walk your hands forward, either down to your forearms or just prop yourself up to your hands. Either one is fine. This one does cause you to kind of inchworm forward a little bit. Let's do one more each side. Walk your hands back. Swivel around. Find your pose first. And now walk it forward. Hold it here. Use your hands to walk it back. Upright position. And bring it back to your first side. Good. All right, gang, from here, take a seat on your butt. Feet come forward. Your fingertips are facing forward and your hands are below your shoulders. We've done this in a mat Pilates class before and actually in this class, but your feet are hip distance apart. And as you exhale, think of kind of a coffee table position. Lift your hips up to a 90-degree angle, opening up through your shoulders. Eye gaze comes up to the ceiling. And now set your hips back down. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And again, pressing straight up, squeeze your glutes. Lift. Lower back down. Nice and controlled. Again, exhale, lift. This is a deceiving one for your triceps and your lats. And lower back down. 2 more. Squeeze. And lower, doing good. Last one, it's a very wristy exercise. And gently set your hips back down. Awesome job. Lengthen out your legs in front. Draw your toes up so your feet are flexed. Just place your hands down to your thighs, and you're just gonna walk your hands forward as far as you can, and just stretching through your hamstrings and your calves, your Achilles. If you're pretty flexible, you can reach down to your toes and kind of pull yourself forward. Take a deep inhale. Now as you exhale, lengthen through your spine as much as you can. Think about reaching your sternum up. And go ahead and round it back forward. Take a deep inhale. And again, exhale, lengthen through your spine, drawing your shoulders down, opening up your shoulders. And then lengthening back over your legs. Let's do this one more time. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lengthening, holding it here, legs are parallel. Hold. Last 3, 2, 1, and release. Shoulders stacked on top of your hips, arms are out to a T. You're gonna twist and rotate to your right hand side. Palms of the hands facing forward. Now your thumbs, turn your thumbs downwards, then rotate upwards, and then return back center, other side. Twist to your left. Thumbs down, thumbs up, and return. And again, to your right. So this is shoulder mobility. And up, return to your left. Twist, thumbs down, thumbs up, and center. One more each. Twist. Good. Thumbs down, thumbs up, and center. Last one. Twist, thumbs down, thumbs up, and now center. Beautiful. Go ahead and lie all the way down onto your back, feet flat down to the ground. And let's go into some hip rolls. Arms long down by your sides. We're gonna open up to your hips and use your glutes and hammies. Take an inhale here, gang. As you exhale, you're gonna peel your pelvis off one vertebrae at a time all the way up to your shoulder bridge. Good. Inhale to stay. Now exhale, roll it back down, articulating through your spine, through your imprint, and then back to a neutral. So a little arch through your back. Take an inhale. Exhaling to peel, squeeze. Think about reaching your knees over your toes. Inhale, stay. Exhale to roll it back down. Good. Back to neutral. Again, take an inhale. Exhaling to peel. Inhale, stay. Exhale to roll it back down. Awesome, we have 2 more. Inhale to prepare. Exhaling to peel. Shoulder blades stay flush against your mat. Inhale, stay. Exhale to roll it back down. Last one, take an inhale. Exhaling to peel. Inhale, stay. And now exhale to roll it back down and release. Bring both legs up to the ceiling. If you can, either grabbing the instep of your foot or your toes, allow your knees to fall out. So this is our happy baby stance. Either holding it here, or you can gently rock from side to side. So this is a great one for your inner thighs and your groin. And again, our goal here, try to relax through your hips as much as you can. We don't want to hold any tension into these stretches. We'll stay here for about another 10 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Release your legs. All right, now from here, go ahead and roll onto your belly. Now, obviously, I'm not able to do this anymore, but stay onto your belly, prone on elbows. So I'm just gonna do kind of a modification here. From here, you're just gonna lift up, getting a little bit of extension. So I'm just propping myself up so I'm not fully onto my belly, and just hold it here. So we always wanna get some good extension through our spine. And I'm just gonna bring myself up to all fours as a modification for myself, and more of it into a cow position. Doing good. We're gonna stay here for another 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring yourself up to a seated position, and we're going to go into your pigeon pose. Now you're going to bring your right leg forward, send your left leg straight back, and either holding it up to your hands or lower down to your forearms. Good. Still hold it here. Holding, holding. Now gang, push yourself back up to your hands. Allow yourself to rotate forward. We did this one last week. Take a seat, send your left leg straight, and then up and over for your inner thighs. Return yourself back up. Let's do the same thing other side. Starting with your pigeon pose, either propped up to your hands or again down to your forearms. Depends on flexibility through your hips, your piriformis, your medial glutes. And start to rotate forwards, take a seat on your booty. And reaching up and over towards your straight leg. And return yourself back up. Good. We're going to end into a standing position. So bring yourself all the way up to your feet. I'm just going to turn around here so you get a backside view, but a little back scratch. So your one arm is going to come behind your back. If you're able to, try to clasp your hands together. If not, you do the range of motion that is best for you. And then windmill your arms around, other side. This is my tight side. I'm not able to clasp together on this side. Almost there. One more each, windmill around. And last one, windmill around. And go ahead and release. Awesome work today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Strictly Strength. We will see you next time. Bye.